Okay, hopefully my levels are good. Actually, I'm going to check them on my iPad because I can. Make sure the music isn't too loud. Okay, weird. It says OBS disconnected and reconnected me. Um, so I think my level's okay. Good enough. Oh, good to see you, Johnny Bot. Yeah, I don't have a hot microphone too often when I'm on stream. Um, like today's not a work day for my company, so I don't want to say too much. I'll dox us because I don't think too many. Anyway, um, whatever. It's our mental well being day, and I'm probably going to work in the garden, so I don't think I'm going to be on here super long. But I thought, what I never do is start with completely nothing. So I have like lists and lists right now of stuff I want to get ready to try to get my live rig and stuff set up because I should be performing at NobCon. I actually want to send a tickler to the guy that's booking just to be sure everything is still good. But and I just been thinking about it. If you've watched my streams, what I usually do, I don't want to get ahead of the studio tour thing I was going to do, but if you watch the streams, a lot of times when I'm using the live host stuff on my laptop, I go from patch to patch, but there's all this time in between, and then I mean some of them take like I don't know 30 or 40 seconds, which is a lot of dead air when you're trying to do a performance with continuous sound. So what I'm going to do is, what am I going to do? I'm going to try to set it up where I have multiple instruments all kind of queued up that I could toggle between. And then I'm going to use a master effects rack or whatever, which I usually don't do. I usually have it. And I'm going to close the shade behind me in a second. And then that should work a lot better. So that's what I'm going to do. But before I do that, I'm going to show you all. And it's a bit of a mess down here. I don't care. And the wires are a mess, but that's kind of fun because you can just see I need to reorganize my setup too, but I'm not going to do that today. Okay, where are we at? So this is usually as I'm streaming, this is to my left. So here's my Craft Synth Uno synth, the Boss VF1 multi effects, which I love. And I have a interface that's for the iPad and the interface that's for the laptop. And then I have a mixer. And the reason I have a mixer there is I used to not use a mixer, but I'm trying to be able to send all of these things into the effects box. Um, and then potentially all of those things can go into the iPad for looping. I might change that a little bit. I might drop the mixer and use a switching box that I have somewhere um, hiding. I don't know where I have it. Oh, it's up here. I'll show you the switching box. So I have a switching box. It's like a Radio Shack. It's like if you had it to take one auxiliary input and be able to send like multiple tape decks or something through. So it's just all RCA. But what it's really handy for is what was 34. So the way I was using it the last time I was using it, this was the Uno synth and the Dio synth. I had them on the same channel. Because the Uno synth has an audio input, so I was just running it through, just like a pass through um, thing. Hey, the craft synth, and then I'm gonna guess 34 was like my laptop. I don't know. Oh, it's channels 3, 4 of the laptop output. So what I was doing with this interface, the bottom one here, it has 4 channels. So what I was doing is I had like 1 and 2 are the front channel, and then 3 and 4 could be the back or could be whatever. And then what I would do is if I wanted to loop it, I would switch the output to 3 and 4, and then it goes through the other system. And then if I'm not using it to loop, or if I'm looping inside the laptop, then I would use 1 and 2. I'd use 1 and 2 most all the time, unless I wanted to reroute it. So that's kind of crazy. I mean, and that's one of the problems with my setup. It's a little complicated because they have all this convoluted audio routing stuff. But I used to like chain a lot of stuff together, and I can do that too. Sometimes I've chained the craft synth through the Uno synth, and then have that go into the box. And you don't need a mixer either. Um, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to have it set up where I can like basically add a drone to anything and add a loop or loop anything. And to do that, I might switch the order so that the iPad is at the end of the chain rather than the beginning. Because the way the general flow goes, it's like iPad and this stuff, um, goes to this interface, and then the output of this interface goes into this interface, and so I'm chaining the two interfaces, and then everything else is going through the live host setup in my laptop, um, which I don't have up there. Um, Although when you're streaming, so when you're streaming on OBS, I can have one audio input be the channel inputs 1 and 2, and then the other one can be the laptop output, right? So I'm actually using this as a mixer too down here, um, but I don't know that I like doing it that way so much. Another way I could do it if I was using Cantabile, which is my live host. I should show the rest of my setup before I start opening more stuff. And I'm going to close that thing behind me because that drives me crazy. So most of the time when I'm streaming, I have this pulled closed, and then you don't get the sun coming in there, and the lighting is way better. Especially on my cheap camera. On the camera I'm holding in my hand here, it's better. Oh, I didn't talk about this clutter down here. And then I do have a keyboard down here. I'm actually going to unplug my keyboard today and just take it completely out of my setup because I don't want to use it at NobCon. So I want to kind of lose it and see, because I think I want to do some stuff with like drones and all that. And this has a hold button. That's not it. This is it. I might need to well, I can't see very well. It's dark in there. Where's the hold? This one. So it's got a hold button, so then you can catch drones, whatever, and then do that instead of using the sustain pedal. Um, wow, this is a lot of talking. That's okay though. Okay, now we got to go down here. This is craziness. So I have a USB a powered USB hub that's got 7 ports that goes to my laptop, and that's like the keyboard. My other controller that you can't see yet, I would plug the launch pad into that when I'm using it. Um, my foot switch stuff, which I haven't shown yet, goes into that. Um, Stuff like that. And then I have a smaller one hiding back here, way in here. That's the one for my iPad, and that just has a few things. The main one being the H4 Mini WC MIDI interface that's like Bluetooth and DIN, and it also has a USB-A on the side here that I figured out I can plug in. I got this new pedal converter thing finally working Friday night. I have that over here. So now I have, without using a keyboard or another MIDI controller that takes a damper pedal, I have two um, pedal switches in addition to the 3 button foot switch and expression pedal. So I have a lot of stuff I can do with my feet if I get this all organized. Right now, I haven't been doing that much. I actually have the two damper pedal things set up for looping because those are more reliable for me, especially with timing, than trying to use the stupid little round metal switches that sometimes I would hit it with my foot and it wouldn't register, and that was driving me crazy. because then you get all off. You don't get your loop started when it's supposed to be, and then you have to wait for it to come around or whatever. And it's like, yeah, in live performance, that's like nerve wracking. You know, I want stuff to be pretty fail safe and just work because I just want to basically focus on playing, trying to get my expression pedal thing done here. Yeah, it's a mess down here. My work stuff is kind of off to the side. So that's all that stuff. Um, then I got the laptop on a stand here. And then I just did this morning. I don't know if I knew this before or not. So you can actually hide this clunky M Audio Oxygen 8 that I took the keys off of it. I can actually hide this inside the tray of my little cart. So I had that little cart, um, which is really handy because you could roll it all over the place. Um, I've been thinking about getting a small, like one of those MIDI mixer things that has a bunch of knob controls on it and buttons and stuff. And now I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm going to start using it this way for a while. I don't know why I didn't have it set up like this. Because the reason I don't use this a lot is it's so bulky. And if you put it on the desk or whatever, it's just like a giant lump sitting there. It's really annoying. And whoever else is watching, hi. I see there's a few people watching. Although one of them might be my yeah, one of them is my iPad. So, anyways, and then I have the launch pad. I don't have it plugged in right now. Um, and the launch pad is a great controller. That's something I may end up using in my live setup more. I like the keyboard, but it's not like I don't usually do that much right hand soloing, and I don't generally do stuff where I'm playing chords. So that's why it is the way it is. Good morning, Jeff. Good to see you. Yes, I have a hot mic this morning. I was just doing a quick tour of my setup. I'll go back and kind of show you the other stuff. You're gonna laugh. So anyway, I got this chopped M Audio Oxygen with the knobs, and I can use the transport controls send MIDI too. So I'm going to start using these to toggle stuff on and off. I need to set that all up on my live host. Then I got the laptop over here. Um, my WX7's hiding under here. And I got the DioSynth sitting over there. And then I have all these foot switches and stuff. Okay, that's kind of dark. I need to open the sheet back up. So I have the Door MIDI FC3, which has the 3 switches. I got my expression pedal, which right now it's mapped to the mod wheel, so it sends CC1. And then I have these sending CC25 and CC21, which for my looper are start and stop and clear, although I don't really need to have one set to clear. So I'm probably going to change this back to CC64, which is sustain pedal, because the way this is set up right now, the middle button here, it's latching sustain pedal. And I was going to reprogram it, and I started thinking about it. I still haven't decided for sure how I'm going to do this, but I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, if I leave that set up for latching, that could actually be useful, because you grab a drone note, latch it, and then, so you can see the display, or can you? Kind of. Um, so it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. Excuse me. And that could be really useful. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this yellow one where it's just like a regular damper pedal where you got to be holding it. Yeah, that could be really interesting because there's a lot of stuff that I don't do a lot, but I've saw in old videos where I'll have a patch that does do polyphony and I'm playing with the wind controller and you'll start layering multiple notes or whatever and holding down the sustain pedal and it's a really cool effect. I have one sound that works really good for. And then what I was talking about before, I don't really use this keyboard a lot, but I have one. And then I have the USB hubs and MIDI interface that has a bunch of connectivity. It also has USB A. so I can get a lot of stuff into that. And then I have UnoSynth, Craft Synth, Mixer, Boss Effect, my two interfaces for the laptop and iPad. That's what all this stuff is. And right now it looks like a spaghetti monster. Um, and I was saying before, I do have a switching box, so I might dump the mixer and just use a switcher input selector to to go between what's going into the Boss Multi Effect instead of using the mixer, because it's an inefficient way to use the mixer to just use it to send three things to one effects box, and each input is adding more noise to the overall um, sound. And one of the things I've always tried to do with this stuff, like, and really one of the reasons why my setup usually never had a mixer in it, is I was trying to get the cleanest sound possible. And it's like it was better actually chaining the it was better just chaining the two interfaces together. So that's what's going on with all this stuff. I'm gonna hold on a second. I'm gonna move my chat window. Which camera am I holding? Not that one. Where's the camera at? Oh, it's gotta be this. Okay, I'll turn 2 back on, turn 10 off. Because I'm moving the camera, you don't want to see the I'll make everybody sick. Whatever. Is it gonna go back on? Oh my, extreme close up. I'm gonna fix the lighting again. Okay. Yeah, I can tell this is live. I still got that thing playing in the background. That's like a video from the other day, just to have some audio while I was blabbing away. And I don't really need this. Okay, what was I going to do? I was going to go in and try some stuff, kind of a proof of concept. Um, Matrix mixer. Do you mean like a? I'm going to kill this audio, so I'll leave the audio going for a minute. Do you mean like an unpowered one? Himalogify and or Mylogify, whichever. Sargasso. So I want to jump into Cantabile though, because I don't want to get sidetracked with the chat stuff. Okay, is this gonna work right? Yeah, and it's gonna load something, whatever the last thing I was doing, and so I'm using a weird, really old um ASIO interface wrapper thing, so that I can get audio loopback with my regular interface that doesn't have loopback. Actually, the Steinberg one does have audio loopback, but when you monitor the input on it, you don't get it in stereo, and that drives me crazy when I'm playing. Because if I have something going through the Boss thing and then going into my laptop, it's stereo and it might have ping ponging and stuff, but I don't hear that, and it's really weird when you play when what you're hearing isn't what's going out on the stream or whatever, or the recording or whatever it is you're doing. So oh, good. So it came up with a blank slate. So this is what the live host looks like when there's nothing in it. Um, Versus if I open something that I use all the time. I had this one open the other day. It's going to take a minute. So when before everybody was on here, everybody, whatever, there's a few handful of people on here, but before people were on here, I should have water, shouldn't I? I was saying when I'm performing, what I usually do is I usually just go from live host patch to live host patch, but it takes a while to load them. So if I was playing in whatever, like this, Eviner Thorn Magical Layers, which is a really cool sound that I use a lot. That's the one that has kind of the saw lead, but then the second layer is almost like a bell tone. It's really cool. Here, I'll jump into it, and then I can stick my headphones on so I can hear what I'm doing. And a neck strap's always nice. And at some point I might turn, well, I can leave the microphone on. So because voltage modular's in here and that one's fairly large, it's like 150 megs or something, I forget. It takes a while to load the patch. Um, any 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 live host patch I use that has voltage modular and it takes a long time to load. So that's the saw sound with some delay and whatever else is going on. Kind of a lot of delay. That's better. And then here's the second layer, which is good old DS Thorn. Not that isn't it. It's down here. That's just the mid. So at the top, it's all the input stuff, and then at the bottom are the actual plugins. Didn't I double click it? So this is the second layer. And the way this sound works, the second layer is more velocity sensitive than it is breath, although I am opening and closing the cutoff. But so what happens is if you just use a tiny bit of breath, you hear more of the thorn layer. And then if I push more air, then you hear more of the saw layer. So it's a really expressive sound, and it's really actually easy to play it musically. It's like when I was spending more time doing short videos on YouTube and not doing long streams and stuff, I was probably better at doing the sound design things like this because it probably took me a little time to kind of figure this out and perfect it or whatever, like the balance of the two and how to make it where I could, it's like a layered sound and you can almost bring out the different layers just by the way you play the sound, which is a really cool way to do it. Now the signal chain, Thorn is going into the hollow reverb. That's why there's a reverb cloud now. So when I turn Thorn off, you don't get the cloud. Well, you will, I mean, because it'll keep hanging out there, but it'll stop adding notes to the cloud if I muted Thorn. But this one's really typical the way I did all these live host patches, where every single patch has whatever its own effects chain, and they're all a little different, and they all have a little different settings, and it's kind of inefficient because then if you want to jump into this, not that one, where's the one? This one. I was using this the other day, so I'm not going to change what I just changed. I should have actually saved that, but it's fine. Oh, that actually loaded pretty quick, but the first one didn't load as fast. This one doesn't have voltage modular anywhere in it. That's why it loaded faster. Oh, now I'm sending it. I don't want to be sending it to Mercury 6. Why is it doing that? Yeah, I like all these real kind of squelchy sounds with a lot of resonance, don't I? But it's easy to change that on Vital. And Vital's fun because it looks cool. Yeah, one of my keyboard musician friends was saying something about, oh, they don't like to mess with the computer while they're playing because it interrupts their flow or whatever. I'm so used to it, I don't even think about it. But I don't I don't actually modify the sounds all that much when I'm performing. Certain ones I do. I mess with the effects more, so that's why I want to get that oxygen controller with the 8 knobs integrated better into my set layout because I could use the knobs to change the effect settings. Like, hey Recon, show. So if I have the 8 knobs and I set one to the reverb decay, maybe the reverb amount, um, maybe the delay or echo amount, stuff like that. Maybe I send one to glide on certain synths. Like when I play ODC 2800, which is like a ARP Odyssey emulation, I'd probably want to have a glide control that I could just grab because that's fun to change that way you play. So anyway, go back to the live host. So what I wanted to do is I was going to build some stuff from scratch. I'll just do this quick. I don't want to say random, but I was thinking about this yesterday. It's like I almost need to work backwards from the destination to the to the thing. Except I think it does build them top to bottom, although you can drag them around. So what do I want to stick in here? And then you start drawing a blank. I can't even remember the name of the plugins. I like Oddity 3 because I can actually use that as a cloud thing too without using Hollow separately. I did that a lot in some of the older videos, like a couple years ago. Before I had Hollow, I did that all the time. I don't want to stick in here. Well, I'm just doing this as kind of a test, so it doesn't matter what I put in here. Actually. I have way too many plugins. I will drop ODC 2800 in here. It really is one of my favorite ones. And like a fun thing to do would be like a double Odyssey patch. I have a double Odyssey patch somewhere where it's like I have those two maybe layered together, and then the one is adding more of a atmospheric layer, and then the other is just the straight lead part. Now, all these do have effects. So, I mean, theoretically, I could also use the internal effects and not actually. Oh gosh, OBS Studio's eating up all my memory. So right now I'm at 572. That's actually 577. That's actually a lot. Um, that's interesting. And I was messing around with some stuff this weekend. I have Unify too, and Unify is a smaller wrapper. But then if I put all these in Unify inside Cantabile or whatever, you're still building it up. Like I don't think it's less than just doing the plugins by themselves. So that's 3 layers. Let's get a fourth. I wouldn't play all these at the same time though. And the thing is, if you turn them off, you still have it's still in the it'll if you have them all active, it's going to use up the CPU. If you turn them off, not mute them, but actually turn them off, then the CPU goes way down, but the memory usage will be the same. Oh, I like Elko. Let's put Elko in here. I almost hit Elko before. Okay. Another thing I could do is if I wanted to set up a multi-effects patch inside Voltage Modular rather than have multiple, if I'm going to use it as a looper anyway. I'm going to do this without a looper though because it's going to add time just to load that. And these other ones all load really fast. Like if I click on Voltage Modular to drop it in here, it takes like 30 seconds to drop that in. It is the slowest loading one. I had Crush Station on there before. Let's get that back. And I think what I'm going to do is I want to set this up where one of my foot switches goes to Crush Station to toggle that on and off. And what I like to do is put these in the order that of the chain. You know what I mean? Isn't this so exciting? We don't even have any MIDI inputs yet. And this is probably a reason why I usually use all the other patches that are already set up. Okay. For simplicity, I'm just going to send the one winch controller to all of them. Oh, except Elka. I'm gonna send my keyboard to Elka. Um, so that's where you turn them off. This is where you just mute it. Like if I'm just using two synths in a layer, I would do that. Okay, so now none of them have. Let's see. I'm gonna do the same effects chain for all these right now. Oops, I just did it wrong. Really? I'm an idiot. It's like watching paint dry. I'm sorry. And I don't have any compression anywhere in here. When I do this for real, I probably want to do a compressor. So here's how I get the reverb cloud. Oh, so whatever the default patch of Eviner, it has reverb already on it. I don't want that. And what I would probably do is go into that other patch and copy whatever the settings were, which is something like this. So when I so when I have it muted, the audio is still going through the effect. So then when you unmute it, everything that I just played is still in the cloud. Which is why that's there. And then before I had hollow, what I would do, now we're going to get into some fun. Not really easy to see these on a small screen. I don't like that patch at all. Where's my... I've created 2 whole patches in this. So it seems like it's the same thing, but actually the cloud is coming from Oddity now. Because it's basically the same reverb. That's just Oddity. But where that works really nice is if you have a sound that's different. Oh, these are coming up so tiny. I could go into the thing and change the view too. Uh, okay, I don't need the sequence. Yeah, how come I got no sound? Oh, because I had the key step going to it. I'll switch it. So this is that classic combination, a more percussive layer and then more of a breath responsive layer. And that's fun. So I think Oddity is ±3, and then the other one is ±2. So you get a rub if you bend it. The more you bend it, the more there's a rub in the pitch. And the Oddity patch is programmed that way because most of the time when I was using that, I was using it as the second layer. So I did it that way. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it takes a long time to set these up. Unfortunately, it's why I don't do them live on stream. But I mean, I think this works. This proof of concept idea here that I'm I can toggle between all the different layers. Let me jump back out of here. So what I would do, I don't want to do it right this second. I mean, I could do it. Um, could I do it? Or is it going to start asking me dumb questions and annoy me? Uh, I forget what some of this stuff is. There's a way to toggle it on and off. That's what I'm going to do. Because I have, you can't see what I'm doing over here. On my oxygen controller, I can use the transport controls and I can toggle this on and off real easy. I mean, I could do it on the laptop too, but then you're messing around with the pad. It would be really fun to just have it where it's like one button. You just go beep, 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 beep whenever you want to switch layers. That's where we're at. And the thing about ODC 2800 is it's got such great built-in effects. You don't really need to use a. I know it looks just like Oddity 3. Where are we at? What are we doing? Are there any effects on this? None of the effects are on. Okay, but they're all queued up there. It's weird. That's supposed to be the init patch, but it comes up. See, my patches all have a bunch of stuff. So now you're getting a weird delay because it's but I could just bypass. So now I just bypassed all these other effects. So what I've done sometimes is set this up where I have the knobs. Are they still mapped? I don't even know. Oh, because I'm not sending the oxygen controller to it. I probably have this patch set up where I can where I can tweak the knobs without I lost what I was doing. Oh, I must have closed it. That's why. I don't even know how long I've been on. Probably been on over a half hour. I do want to do some other stuff today because I think I'm going to try to get a garden in. I got plants already purchased sitting out there. Let's see. This should be glide, right? Oh, it's not moving. Why is it not moving? Did I unmap it? No, it's supposed to be 32. I could remap it. Why can't I actually tell what that value is supposed to be? Oh, 71's resonance. This is sending. There's so yeah. So my I'm doing that with the knob on my oxygen controller. Oh, this is probably set up for a different controller. That's why. Anyway, 71's working. So I could do that. I could be playing. But what I don't like is these are really hard to grab. Okay, I got it the first time with the mouse pad, so that's where I would. And this actually has a pretty decent reverb on it. It's like down here is the level, and then up here is the time and stuff. So I just missed it. Not as good as Hollow though. Hollow's a better reverb. So what I'd probably do if I was using this in the chain is I'd probably turn all the internal effects off and just run it through the other chain, which is what I did before. Off, off. Everything's off. And I could use the distortion. So I could leave the distortion in there Well, it's in there anyway, but you know what I mean. I could let me switch it back to the other path. So now it's going back to the other signal chain. So that's the distortion in the plug-in versus crush station. Oh, crush station is the first thing in the chain. I did it wrong. Hold on a minute. That's the dry sound, not dry, but that's the sound without crush station. It actually needs to go to crush station first. The way I have them set now, I have them kind of similar, but the thing about crush stations, it breaks up more. It puts a little part particly kind of quality to it that I like. That's why I use it a lot. Or you could use both. The only thing is, if I was using both, I'd have to remember which one I had on. Where's a looper when I need one? Yeah, thanks for the. Yeah, I like those effects. Um, okay, now, peace de resistance. So if I'm really doing this, I might even save this, like, because I could always. So it's really easy once you have this whole thing set up. It's real easy to right click and then swap in a different synth, right? So if I wanted to dump ODC 2800 and put in Surrealistic MG1 or something else that's have more of a different quality, or Thorn, like I was using Thorn before, I'd probably have Thorn in this because Thorn is really good. Um, I mean, Oddity 3 and ODC 2800 is a bit redundant, but there is a good sound of them together. Um, what really sounded good together was Uno synth layered with that. But then I would have to have an external input and all that. I don't have that going right now. I was going to do something. Oh, effects. I was going to drop in voltage modular for a looper. So, and if I have my, I don't know why I just didn't type V so I get right into the right part of the alphabet. Oops. I definitely don't want two of them. It'd be like 3 minutes before they load. Okay. So I'm gonna put an after crush station in before all the other stuff. Oh, that's a problem. No, I need to have it last. No, I'm gonna put it before hollow. No, I don't want it before hollow. I have to have it last. It goes to hollow. It goes to the main. Yeah, after crush station. And then okay. No, I do want it last. Because the problem with putting voltage modular before hollow is if I get something repeating and then I start playing with the cloud, like the repeating part's going into the cloud too, and it's just going to be mud. Although it'd be kind of cool, but and I have a lot. These are all just effects patches, and a lot of these are different filters. Like if I was running Evol, which actually is a really great sounding plugin in its own right, but it doesn't do breath control. So what I do is I run Evol through Voltage Module to add breath. There's actually a really fun patch, and I have it down at the bottom. I'll show you guys because I want to go back to I was messing with it the other day, and I want to resave it with the settings I was using. Okay, I'm gonna use this looper. Do do. And do I have the thing? Okay, what is it called? Okay, it's this. That is my sustain expression pedal translator box that I just got from China. So people that hate China can not tell me about it in the comments. Uh, I have one person that was like giving me a bunch of grief about using stuff that came from China, and it's like it's $40 and you can plug two sustain pedals into it. It's kind of a nice deal. The MIDI Solutions one's like $80 or something. I don't know. And it's like I just need to plug in two pedals. Where do I want to send that to this? And those are already sending CC25. So if this is working the way I think it is, I'm going to hit it and the loop is going to record, right? No. Why am I not looping? I'm plugged in. It's lighting up everything else but where I want it to light up. Well, that's annoying. I'm going to go back to my other switch and see if that's working. There it goes. I'll just use that one then. Okay. Okay, we have audio into the. You can't really see what I'm doing with my hand. We have audio into the um, thing. It's like when I'm streaming and I'm showing what I'm doing. I don't even know what plugin I'm playing anymore. ODC 2800 still, right? Right. Okay. I hate Windows because it starts resizing stuff. I don't want it to resize it. Just let me move it where I want it. I need to figure out how to turn that stuff off. I about use profanity. That's annoying as heck. Okay, I want this, and then I want this. So like when I'm setting up my MIDI control stuff with Oxygen 8 with all the knobs and stuff, what I need to do is I need to have a knob on the return amount and I need to have a knob on the decay amount. because that's where if I don't want a cloud, I just turn the decay down to it's shorter, and then and there's a way to make this smaller, which I didn't realize. See, I can make it smaller, and it kind of gets in the way because it's so big. Actually, I can drag the looper. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna nest it in the looper. Whoops! Hold on a minute. And a cool thing about Cantabile is if you drag these things around and leave them open, then when you open it the next time, it'll look like the same. But I forget about doing that. I don't do that often. Okay, that ain't gonna work. Shucks, I went too far. You've gone too far. Close enough. And I think my camera's covered. Ah! I really need to fix that in Windows. That's like the most annoying thing. Well, it'll kind of work. Okay, so breath is going to the filter frequency and the filter resonance on this patch. I have some, hold on, I have a fun one. I'm going to get into a jam in a second here, and then I'm going to get off because, oh golly gee, I need my, I need like a magnifying glass to read it at 50%. That's so small. Well, I think it might get bigger if I get rid of the effects because I'm not actually looking at those. No, it just shows the dumb keyboard. Well, I don't. Anyways, well, you can see the keyboard's fun because then you can see what notes I'm playing, like for the people that care about that stuff. Oh, so I have all the effects in here on right now. Hold on a minute. That was a mistake. Whoa, 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 whoa. Off, off. I'm gonna leave that distortion on though because that sounded really, really good. Is Crush Station off? Okay, Crush Station's off. Let's have two distortions going here. Let's see what kind of chaos I can create. And I'm just going to start looping right from the first note. I could actually set it to do the threshold recording, but I'm just going to start with my foot, with my big toe, if I can do this. Oh, I'll loop something. Well, wait, I was doing something the other day. Wait. Ah. Okay, so what I'm doing. Is it still working? Nope, it went off. Oh, I have a live microphone this whole time. The annoying thing about the foot switch is it'll there we go. If you accidentally hit two buttons with your foot, it changes the mode and then it stops working for the Okay, I got way too much delay. This is driving me crazy. Eh. Yeah, the funny thing, I was doing this the other day. The fun thing about this delay, if you start maxing out the feedback, it will feedback and you can really get it to break up. At the 32-bit delay plugin, really old, like 20 years ago. I mean, that's a good sound. But I like all the controls. That's why I use it all the time. To listen to that decay, it's crazy. If you have it up a little higher, it'll break up a lot. There. It clips in kind of a cool way, I think. What was I trying to do before? Except I don't want all the delay on it. Why can't I play clean? This sucks. That's the thing about looping. It's like, man, if you make a mistake. We still working? Yeah. It's weird. The pitch seems weird on the low. It's like it's sharp. That's what's annoying me. That doesn't. So all of these have the internal effects because most of the time when I use ODC 2800, I don't use it with other effects. Oh, I'm playing the wrong notes. Hey, I'll if I play the right notes. It's a still have a hot mic, don't I? Yeah, the sync lead there. I'm gonna mute the alpha for a second. Oops, wrong plug-in. So I'm sweeping the coarse frequency of the other oscillators, and then the one is the fixed pitch. That's pretty rad. Tangled up in my M chords over here. Missed the button. That's kind of loud. So if I hit my foot switch again, it's going to overdub. You need a cargo?
Well, I don't know if you check the window, that's why I just...
Oh. You're in the garage, right?
Yeah.
I gotta get them.
I would want almost certain. I don't think check.
Okay, I'm back. Somebody had to go to work. I'm going to get out of this and find the right target in a minute. I lost my chat. The problem with using the looper to overdub like that is I can't get rid of the second part now. I have no control over, like if I looped like 3 passes, once they're all looped, they're all in there and you can't. Whereas if I was using if I was using Loopy Pro on my iPad, they're all discrete loops, which is what I usually do. But so like the nice thing about something like ODC 2800, I mean I did change presets, like I could have just done that manually, is it's real easy to switch from a saw to a square and it's a totally different sound. I mean that's one thing with Wind Controller, because it's so expressive, it's really convenient to just jump between saws and squares and stuff, like simple boring patches, because they just sound good. Like a simple saw sounds so good when you can sweep the filter with breath and make it expressive. Yeah, yeah, I'm looping on the iPad or in the laptop, but yeah, it's fine. You know, a lot of the time when I'm doing a loop thing, jam or whatever, I just want to have like two parts anyway, so I don't necessarily, you know, layer stuff up. Versus if I was getting more involved. I don't even know where anything is over here. Like the stuff that I set up on my iPad. Is this gonna work? No, I have to get an input for it. Because just what I need is one more audio input. I'm losing my mind over here. Okay, and I got to switch the mix on my headphones so I can hear. I got so many projects in here. So the things that I kind of codified into like a set piece, I don't know what these are. I'm in the sample folder. I don't want that. Well, here's a good one. Oh, this only has 2 parts. Probably one's drums, I'm not sure. There's nothing going now. Goodness gracious. My pots are a little noisy there. Oh, the other part's the bass. What's going on here? Oh, that's why one of my switches was in the wrong position. And it's a trick too, trying to gain stage, right? Because I want the backing track about minus 15, minus 10. So there's no bass yet. The bass will come in. So I have it. I have the bass cued. It's gonna. And when you have it all set up, it's convenient because you have the levels worked out, and you have the bass and the drums are on one track. I haven't played this piece in a while. It's out of sync though. So I must not have my loops phase locked on this. Oops. There we go. My stupid mouthpiece patch is lifting up on me when I play. It's annoying. It's like I have more, but I'm not going to put one on now. That's really annoying when you get that flapping up in your mouth when you're trying to play. And I live loop stuff using the iPad too. It's just a lot more flexible. It's just trickier with the because probably like an RCF 505, there's all these different settings in Loopy Pro. You can have the loops synced, you can have them not synced, you can have phase locked, you can have it not phase locked. So depending on what I was doing, if I wanted to like actually kind of free loop is what I would call it without a clock, then I have it set up one way, and I usually do it on the fly. I don't have presets for that. I should, but versus if I want them all phase locked and synced with the metronome, then I do it that way. So like this is synced with the metronome. So if I kind of actually it might not be synced with the metronome. It probably isn't. And some of these I actually recorded and grouped the loop and then I imported them too. So you get some weird stuff going on. Oh, I don't want new project. Oh well. And you can't see what I'm doing, but like if I go into the clip settings, that's where we have it set up. Are you having the master clock control all the loops? Are you having the first loop control all the loops? All this stuff. So right now it's on loop. So if I do one loop and then I loop, then if I phase lock them, oh, it is on phase preservation. So right now, if I was going to loop something, I could loop whatever, like if I wanted to do something in 7 or whatever, it's going to link all the loops to it. Oops. That's weird. So something is sending a MIDI thing to my I don't even know what synth. Oh, is that my on I don't know where that coming from. Something weird happened. Oh, because I set the I set my iPad down to my oxygen controller, and the modulation wheel is live. It's interesting. I very rarely use mod wheel for anything. So like when you hear me playing, I'm gonna get off here in a minute. When you hear me playing, if you hear vibrato, I'm manually doing that with my mouth. Which is also how I'm doing the up bends. I usually up bend with my mouth, and then I down bend with this. You can do up and down with the rocker, but um, it's very expressive to do the up bend as you attack, which it's very natural. You're not having to coordinate multiple limbs or whatever. So you can kind of get that, vibe, like, if somebody's playing a stringed instrument, plucking it, and it bends on the attack because the string is stretched. Oh, I was going to demonstrate one more thing. Okay, make it up. Oh, what am I doing? Who am I? Why am I here? I do want to save this, and I'm going to add it to my set list. And then when I close this, it'll ask me if I want to save the set list. So I was doing one of these the other day, and now I don't remember which one it was. I think maybe it was this one. Let's find out. These are old patches. Anything with Synth 1. I used to use Synth 1 all the time when I first started playing Wind Controller. So it would be like 2021, 2020. Like I added hollow to this patch, but this is the original. Okay, why do we have no... There's no sound. Oh, I was using my other... Well, I can't use the DioSynth now because I don't have a USB port available for it. It is really easy to switch these, and I don't know why the main microphone is on here. Oh, probably because I was layering it with, something off my iPad. Okay, that's a little much. What's that? Oh. Hey, helps if you... Was it this? Okay, I like that. It gets really bonkers if you have the resonance cranked on those. Okay, now we get the delay. Oh, I had it right. That's where I wanted. I went two of three. There we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. Okay, I was playing this sound the other day. Do I have a microphone? I'm talking, right? Yeah. I was playing this sound the other day. Oops, I don't want to add a note. So what I'm doing here, this is actually not that complicated of a patch. So I'm using Synth 1 VST. So if we drop the modular filter out and hollow out, so Synth 1 by itself does work with breath control. So breath is opening and closing this filter in here. And I have a little chorus on it, or a lot of chorus apparently. this is a really I messed around with it because I added the breath control stuff to it, but this was a really excellent basic patch. And what it is for anyone who uses Synth One, there's a programmer in Europe, Anne Nolwenn, Nolwenn, I think. I don't remember where she's from. And Anyway, like Synth One is a really old plugin, so a lot of people did patch banks for it. Like if you go on what is it, the KVR, I think it is. If you go on the KVR forums, there's like tons and tons and tons of patch banks for this. You can Google. I think you can Google Ann Nolan patch banks or whatever, and you can hit this. But she did sounds for I don't know where that patch originally was. She did sounds for this. And then what I did is I did all my patches in the patch bank, I think that has her sounds in it. I don't even know if that's true anymore. But what I ended up doing is I did use some of her sounds. Probably to help figure out how I was doing the programming. Because what I did with a lot of these is when I was first starting, I kind of would reverse engineer stuff where I'd go, oh, that's how this works and this works. And if you have it on sync, if you have it on ring or whatever, or this and that. And I was kind of looking at the sounds that I liked and I was kind of figuring out, okay, what was in there that gave it the quality that I appreciated. Like if it was chorus, but it's not a real like it's the chorus has a really close time, so it's just like doubling it. So that sounds like one of my patches on anything. So the chorusing kind of detunes it a little bit in a nice way. Um, and it's only got a 2-pole filter, so 12 decibels per octave, so that's why it's real bright. If you put it on 24, it'd be much darker. Let me turn off all the delay. So you get more buzz. So here's the fun part. What I'm doing is I'm running it through a second filter and voltage module, actually two, because I have two filters left and right, so it's stereo. So, and they're two different kinds of filters, so the sound that you're getting in your two ears is different. And what makes it super fun, I have delay from the original plugin, and I have it turned up pretty high. So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to mute voltage. I'm going to turn it on pass through, so you're not getting the second filter. So the delay is creating polyphony, even though it's a monophonic sound. And then when it's going through the second filter, you can open and close everything. So you can do all these really crazy effects. And then I have a long delay in the modular effects path. It's weird. Is it mono? What am I doing with this? Or is that a stereo? Oh, it's a stereo delay. I couldn't remember. And then I put hollow at the end, which I have on a lot of stuff. So these kind of sounds work really good when you're not looping and stuff, where you're just playing live. When you're playing live, whatever. When I'm detuning sounds, most of the time, if I'm doing, because I'm playing synths, I'm doing it inside the plugin. So like in synth one, if I was going to detune it, I mean, I'm using the course, but if I wanted to detune it manually, what I would just do is go in and change the pitch of the second oscillator. And if you change the fine, and if we want to get really whole, I'm going to move these around because I like the synth one is so small. It's really convenient to do this. So look at this. So, and I could do this in voltage modular. Theoretically, this could all be one patch in voltage modular. I don't even need the host because what I can do is drop synth one into the plugin host and have it all in voltage modular, which would be smaller um, for RAM, but it doesn't make any difference. I'm here now. So now the real fun begins when you turn on AUL delay. So it goes up to 8 seconds. I don't want to regenerate that much. And the mix is probably kind of high. I don't think I have it quite at 8. Oh, I have it like 4.5 seconds delay. So I'll start with that, and then we'll see if I want to change it. There's a lot of fun things you can do with the AUL delay, one of which being 8 seconds. Hold on a minute. Oh, I need to do this. Then I need to do this. That'll go away in a minute. Let's see if I can zero it out and start again. It's gonna come back around. Okay, where are we at? What are we doing? All this, how bonkers is all this stuff? It's like, oh my god. Now, the stuff that was in the really long delay, is that still on? I think it's still on. Oh, it is off. So the stuff that was going into the really long delay that was regenerating, it finally kind of decayed. So I could put it, I could build it up again a little bit. It's kind of loud. Okay. Yeah. I need to turn my microphone down a little bit. So none of that's in time because only the looper is on the fixed. Like that was like 4 seconds of delay. I could run it up to 8. Although it's kind of cool having it just be like not in time at all. So you get like these weird polyrhythm things. Basically the high part is almost like a pad. You missed this before, Dambient. So what I'm doing is I have synth 1 with the delay that's cranked up pretty high, so you get the echo, but then that's all going through like a stereo filter patch. It's like one filter on one channel and one filter on the other channel. That's what I had going on in voltage modular. So like and I think synth 1's probably in stereo, but synth 1 is going into this, but it's split. So the chord filter is on one channel and the Moog filter is on the other channel. So that's why it sounds real stereo. Let me turn off the loop for a minute. I like that loop though. Actually, I think that's pretty clean too on the timing. I might leave that loop in here and save it with the loop. That's AUL delay is still regenerating from before. Like whatever, that was like three minutes ago I played the stuff that's. I mean, that's hypnotizing right there. That's all I got. That's all the way up. It's slowly decaying. So if you have regeneration all the way up, it doesn't regenerate forever. If it did, it would build up, I guess. You would it would distort. I hate to do this, but I'm gonna turn it down for a minute. So this is synth 1 going through just the filters. Oh, and it's probably going into the other reverb, but that's fine. It could probably regenerate a little more. Where's synth one at? I get lost. I got too many things open here. Okay, let's move this over here. I have to hold the note to hear the delays because otherwise it closes the filter. And that's not going through the other weird delay thing. That's just the synth one with the delay that's repeating going through the two filters. And when you put the filter before the delay, you get that weird polyphony that. And if I wanted it to get really weird, what I would do is turn up. I'm looking at my settings here, so I don't mess them up. Well, it doesn't matter. The modular patch is saved. Oh, right. Wait. So that's the right channel one. I want to save this where it's at before I mess with it anymore. Okay. Oh, if I record another loop, I'm going to lose that. How clean was that? Let's see. See if it's worth saving. Oh, the timing's not quite good. It flows forever. And I think, do I have a foot switch control on this? No, I don't. How did I loop it before? I don't even remember. Oh, I have it on auto record. That's why. Oh, where's the I get I get to have it. There we go. What? Something's going through there. I don't get it. Am I doing this wrong? Oh, whatever. Oh, I don't need to start looping the one piece, but. Yeah, it doesn't work with all the crazy filterage on it. We get back to where it was. I don't have any input to the looper. That's why it wasn't auto looping when I wanted it to. Because I was dragging the patch cables around, so I took them from the input of the delay to the looper before. Now it should work. Let's see if I'm doing this right. Oh, but I don't want that. It's on auto record. I don't know. I know what I'm doing wrong. Doesn't matter. Anyway, that was what was going on with all that crazy stuff. I actually thought I was going to try to do some yard work today. I haven't even eaten. Let's see. I'm going to do something else, and then I'm going to find someone to raid out to. Or I could just raid out now. I'm going to raid out right now because my friend Political Violence is on, and I haven't seen him for a while. He spins a lot of good music. 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 I got the iPad. I got the iPad. I got the iPad. Is this it? I got the iPad. Yes. Is this it? I got the iPad. Yes. That's bonkers. Yes. That's bonkers. Yes. That's bonkers. Yes. That's bonkers.
Holy crap, we got a breathalyzer raid. My friend the breathalyzer. We're going to be featuring his music down the road on some art streams, folks. Haven't quite got around to getting those downloaded and everything. Please make sure you're following the breathalyzer, bringing the raid in. Another raid, double raid today. You knew it, Shiny. That's hilarious. Breathalyzer, my friend, we are playing 90s music bingo. Come on in. If you're on the Discord, go over to the game room. Get your own game card, pick it out. I will get everybody caught up in a little